We're excited here at CBS because of a new program on our show. Colin Hanks began his career as an extra in the 1996 movie That Thing You Do. He went on to tackle dramas like Roswell, Dexter, and earn an Emmy nomination for his role as Deputy Gus Grimly in the TV version of Fargo. Now Hanks stars in a new comedy right here on CBS. He plays a first-time father dealing with the stress of being a new parent.
I'm so happy.
It's incredible.
How is the hospital letting us leave?
I don't know. I mean, they should lose their license. Like, I never even held a baby until yesterday. Slow down. Slower.
Colin Hanks, welcome to the table and to the CBS family.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.
I love that scene. Many first-time parents can sort of remember that. And it was actually based on sort of a personal experience you had, right?
Yeah. Before we shot the pilot, we had a meeting so I could meet Zoe Lister-Jones, who plays my wife. And we were just sort of talking with the director and the writer. And I just told this story about when I took when my wife and I took our firstborn home from the hospital. We were just crying tears of joy. And next thing I know, it's in the script. We shot it, and then they cut a whole nother scene and plop that one in. So I've learned to now keep the family secrets mum. I don't want the writers putting everything in.
Well, you know, we mentioned Fargo. You also did Dexter.
Yeah.
You have played a lot of dark roles, and this is so fun, and it's like, which is more enjoyable for you to play as an actor?
Yeah, you know, variety, the spice of life, I think a wise person once said. I just wanted to try and do something different. You know, there was, when you wait for a really great show like Fargo, you spend 7 years waiting for something great. And then in that 7 years, they go and create an anthology series, which means you only get to be on it once. Yeah. So you got to go find something else. And Life in Pieces, the way it was written, it was so funny. The structure of the show is a little bit different with these 4 short stories every week telling this family's greater story. It was really engaging and really funny. And the chance to laugh at work, I will never turn that down.
Was it inevitable that you would become an actor?
Not necessarily. For whatever reason, wearing makeup and playing pretend just seemed like a good idea. Whether someone else in the family was doing it or not, I mean, obviously I was around for all of that, but I don't know. It just came naturally to me, and it was always something I really enjoyed.
Did he encourage you?
He encouraged me to have as much fun as I possibly could have and to do whatever it is that I wanted to do, but it needed to be what I wanted to do. And I was really ill-equipped to do anything else.
But moreover, did he ever dissuade you? Was he ever like, this is a really hard life?
He said, if this is what you want to do, great, but you really have to want to do it. Because if you don't, it's going to drive you crazy. And that proved to be right, because even though it is what I love to do, it still drives me crazy from time to time.
Your mom, Rita Wilson, recently sort of described her battle with breast cancer. She's doing well now, all better?
Oh, she's defeated it.
Yeah.
She's defeated it. That's not a battle anymore. She won. So she's great. She's in good health. We're really, really happy. And I'm incredibly proud of the strength that she's displayed throughout this whole thing. She's an incredibly strong woman.
Yeah, I mean, what's incredible about your stepmother is that she bravely went out publicly to talk about it.
She took it on. She took it head on and was out there and really, showing people a way to deal with it. Not the way to deal with it, but a way to deal with it, because everyone deals with these scenarios differently, and it affects so many different people.
What's this documentary, All Things Must Pass?
It is a film that I've spent 7 years making. It is about the rise and fall of Tower Records. Tower Records was started in my hometown of Sacramento. A lot of people have fond memories of Tower, myself included. And there was something about this company that I loved. It was my candy store. I didn't have much of a sweet tooth, but the history I found to be fascinating. And Russ Solomon, the founder, started selling used 78s out of his father's drugstore in 1941.
I used to go to one on Sunset Boulevard. Was that the central one?
That was not the central. A lot of people think that was the first one. It was actually started in a drugstore in Sacramento. Right. So it started in Sacramento in the 60s, and then they had close to 200 stores around the world.
Listen, we also want to ask you about some comments your 4-year-old daughter made, because they're just great. So she's watching Star Wars. Is this how this started? She was watching Star Wars and basically turns to you and says, why aren't there more women?
Yes, I showed her the first Star Wars, and I was explaining the original Episode 4, as us nerds like to say, and I was explaining the movie to her, and I said, there's a whole nother Star Wars movie after this, so we start watching Empire Strikes Back, and within 4 minutes she goes, oh, it's just boys, boys, boys. There's only one girl. this is so what a bummer. And I just was incredibly proud. And again, those kids, they tend to put new lenses on how you see things.
I know. They point out things that perhaps we don't necessarily notice as adults or heard about. Colin Hanks, congratulations on the new show. So excited to have you here.
Thank you.
And you can watch the premiere of Life in Pieces Monday night at 8:30, 7:30 Central. That's right here on where?
CBS.
CBS.